Bye. Hey friends, it's Cynthia McDonald here at Doodle and Design Studio, coming at you with what are we on? 10 and 11 business vlogging update. It's been crazy, y'all. It's not slowing down. It's not slowing down. There are definitely aspects that are getting easier, but then of course there's always something new to learn and always something else. So let me take a peek at my notes and we'll just dive right into week 10. So put it over here so I'm not looking all over the place. Blog post, blog post, blog post. Still working my little heart out on the blog posts. They're definitely getting easier to do, edit, and check. They are still time consuming, which, you know, that it is what it is, but the process itself is getting a lot easier, so that I would definitely consider a win. I'm trying to focus in on my artistic style, and what I mean by that is, which of course if you already know, you already know, but when you see an artist and you immediately recognize their work, I feel like I don't have that. I'm kind of all over the place still. I've been drawing and creating my entire life, but I feel like I haven't really put out the effort to draw in the same style over and over, and it's never just come out. Like, I know some people will say, eventually you'll just, you draw in the same style over and over, which interestingly enough, my oldest, I think his style is pretty predominant. I know what his artwork looks like, but myself, I feel like I'm just kind of all over the place. So I'm really starting to try to pay attention, see if I notice any patterns in my work, and then maybe also purposely implement some, what is the word? What's the word? No. Stuff. Same thing, over and over. Patterns? We'll go with the word pattern. Purposely implement some patterns. Okay, enough about that little trail. I finished a YouTube video in week 10 for drawing a dahlia flower, which is now live on YouTube. You guys can go check it out and draw yourself a little flower sticker. I'm making sure to put in my expenses on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, just so I don't lose track. It's really easy when you're running a household and have all the people wanting all the things from you to little pieces get away from you. So trying to make sure I keep on top of that. And I also started editing a new video in week 10 that actually came out this past week in week 11. I created a new journal kit product. It's still in progress, but it is mostly done at this point. And I've attended all the Zoom meetings for moving my business forward. That pretty much wraps up week 10. Unfortunately, I didn't have the idea until just now to try to put a little recap in my notes, like, hey, what went well this week? What do I want to try to, do better next week, or what am I needing help on? Anyway, I think I made a note of that. Hopefully I made a note of that. Week 11. Okay. So I bought some label stickers. They're super cute. Let me see if I have them handy. Hey guys, look what I just got. We're getting super official label stickers. All right. Okay. I finished, y'all, 25 blog posts this week. not this week, but like since I started writing blog content, I believe I started everything out in February. So mid-February. So some point mid-February to now, I have finished 25 blog posts. Victory, victory. Because they're articles. They're in depth. They range from probably like a 10-minute read to 15-minute read. I mean, you could skim them and get through them way faster than that. And I'm starting to implement table of contents, so you definitely do not have to read all of that. You can just take the tidbits you want. But yeah, I feel pretty accomplished. I don't really have time to like savor that victory, but it is there. I did do it. I am moving forward. Once again, all the Zoom meetings, all the blog posts. Right now, we're just continuing to go with 3 blog posts a week, and then we're just adding more and more stuff on top of it once we get more proficient at the blog posts. I created a business plan that I believe it's for like the next 2 years, just a wide overview and plans to kind of keep me on track. And I did have a Zoom meeting to discuss my Etsy shops. On Etsy, as you know, of course, it's an online marketplace. So sometimes things get convoluted and confused. And in the case of my shop, I have physical products, and I also have started printable products because we live in the world of Amazon Prime, and we want that. Everybody likes that instant gratification. We don't necessarily like to wait, and I thought it would be a great offer for my customers, like, hey, you guys can just print this at home instead of waiting for regular mail. Well, it's very easy for people to get confused on whether they are getting a physical product or a printed product. Even if you put it on the product repeatedly, stuff gets missed in translation. So I am at the point right now, and the suggestion is you have separate shops. One sticker shop and one printable shop. So I'm trying to decide, do I want them to break up and start a secondary shop? Because then I feel it, because eventually the goal is to have my own shop. And once I have my own shop, am I going to run into those same problems when my shop is hosted on my own website? Or is it just for Etsy not getting mad at you because your customers are confused and complaining? That actually, now that I'm like talking through it out loud with you guys, that might be the bigger reason to have the 2 shops, where when your shop is on your website, you're in control and not Etsy. So that's food for thought. It's something I hadn't considered until just now. So moving forward with it, and Etsy's kind of on the back burner right now anyways, because I don't have the time. I did put up 1 new product this week, but I have at least 1 sticker set. I've got back printed my garden sticker set that I still haven't had a chance to list on Etsy. I think I have at least 1 more digital product that I haven't had a chance to list on Etsy either. So it's kind of got hit on the sidelines while I'm trying to create my own corner of the internet. Anyways, that's where we're at on the Etsy update. And I worked on an additional new printable kit. Sometimes I need to create to take a break from the blog post. I mean, it's who I am. I'm a creator. I'm a creative person. No matter what I do, I finally realized whether it's cooking dinner, whether it's working out, teaching the kids something, or drawing stickers, the creative part of me just comes out, and I needed to channel that, and sometimes I need to channel that in a different way to step away from writing the content. So I have another product kit in progress. I created a freebie in week 11, and that is live on my website. I'll definitely go ahead and link it in the caption here for you guys to, or in the description, so you guys can go ahead and grab it. It's a set of fun little label sheets so you can organize some of that chaos that's piling up at your house. It is a printable sticker sheet, so you would just print that at home, preferably on sticker paper. If you have a Cricut or a Silhouette or a scissor machine, you could use one of those for convenience, or you can just cut them out by hand. I mean, you can 100% cut them out on plain paper and just put some clear packing tape over those babies and slap them on. But, you know, that's up to you. If that's your budget, that's your budget. Do it. And you could also print them out on cardstock, cut them out, and if you have a laminator or laminating pouches, you could run them through that, stick a Velcro dot on the back, and, you know, change out labels with seasons. Anyways, grab the freebie. It's completely free to you. You guys just sign up for the newsletter, which I am also working on getting up, and those freebies will come right to your inbox. Okay. Yeah. That is it. That is the definitely condensed version of my last 2 weeks. Week 12, I thought I lost count and I was a week behind, but I'm realizing I'm in week 12 right now. And it's been a little bit like week 11, but week 13 is going to be fire. I'm actually going to turn in my business mastermind homework today after I get one more blog post done. And then, actually, no, I'm going to turn it in before I get that blog post done. Sorry, we have to do 3 a week, and this will be number 4, but I need that one to go in my email newsletter welcome sequence. So, train, it's gone. Anyway, next week is going to be a fire, rapid fire. We're doing all of the things. We're super ramping up. So, I'm going to get my homework turned in today so I can start dedicating my time to next week's assignment, guys. So stay tuned. I hope you're having a great week and enjoying yourself. Love you guys. Bye-bye.